I'm a Vietnam veteran, and I was in the hospital with amputations. And while I was sitting there with COVID and quarantine, I wrote a book, and it's called Love Letters from Disabled Vietnam Veterans to His Favorite Nurses. And I'm selling a copy for $25. And it's got like 200 pages of letters and a whole bunch of illustrations. And I'm trying to sell 50 of them, or of course, as many as I could. And so if you would help me buy some of these, I would be much appreciated. There's a whole bunch of pictures here. I think this is one of my favorite ones right here. Here's a pretty nice one. Shows a dragon. When I was in the rehab hospital here in San Antonio, the nurse that was cleaning my wounds and changing my bandages every day was really nice and helpful. She was just wonderful. And I was there for a month, and I just fell in love with her. And I've been thinking about her ever since and writing love letters to her. And these letters are included in the book. And some of these illustrations are just general illustrations. My daughter helped me. She was one of the first ones to get me started on it. My grandson, Alec Matthew, he helped me a lot. He's been instrumental in helping me with the groundwork and putting this book together. My favorite nurse is Brenda, and recently I had the pleasure of knowing where she's working at now, and I met some of her friends, and they told me about her where she's working. And Brenda is just, like I said, wonderful. She was just so helpful, so industrious, so hardworking, and so honest and so beautiful. I just fell in love with her. And I asked her the last day I was there, I told her, I said, Brenda, I just love you to death. Do you love me? And she hesitated for a minute, and then she said, of course I love you. So it's all in here. Well, some of the other nurses are like Nurse Lulu at the VA hospital and Nurse Lee at the VA hospital and Nurse Jim at the hospital. And also at the nursing home is Brian, Nurse Brian. He's a LVN male nurse, and just so many different people. And then also the transportation company that ships me to the hospital back and forth. They are in here too. And I have a picture of my roommate, the roommate from Silver Creek Manor, where I was recuperating there. And Joe was my roommate, like I said, in the very next bed where I was, and I drew a picture of him. And Joe was another Vietnam veteran. He was in artillery, and his hands were just crippled up like that, both hands. And I figure he got those from handling those rounds, those artillery rounds. Well, the title says, love letters from a disabled Vietnam vet to his favorite nurses. I think that anybody that likes to read love letters will enjoy this book. I've had nothing but good reviews on it, and from disabled Vietnam veterans and just veterans in general, and also the nurses and different hospitals people. I specifically aimed it at the VA hospital for thanking them for all the work that they've done on me through the years. They have practically saved my life a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, and I hope to get some of the doctors, nurses, and just people in general there at the hospital to buy some of my books. My name is Edward Diaz. I'm a Vietnam vet. I was over there in 1967 to 1968. I was in the second war zone, Pleiku, the area of Pleiku, in the Central Highlands in South Vietnam. Well, a lot of times I went to the hospital. I was suffering from my heart. So I've had 5 blocked arteries and the VA took care of 3 of them with stents and 1 of them with medication. And actually, there's 4 of them with stents and 1 of them with medication. They healed my heart. I mentioned a couple of people that were Vietnam with me, and they might get a kick out of reading their stories in here. And of course, hopefully they'll remember me. Maybe not. But anyway, and I was in the 4th Infantry Division in the United States Army. I was in Central Highlands, 1967 and 1968. I worked my way up from a rifleman to a grenadier to assistant gunner to a machine gunner. $25. You can contact me, or it's on sale at Amazon and Facebook. It's on Facebook.